Well, it's been proven that education not only helps the individual escape poverty through attaining the skills that they require in order to improve their livelihood, it also generates productivity gains that fuel economic growth. I inform part of this proof. I represent an organization called the Pebbles Project. We're based in Stellenbosch. And what we do is to work closely with farm owners in the upliftment of their workers. How we do this is we actually support the community as a whole, but we also go out and educate the children on the farms. We invest very much in early childhood development and care. This can be seen as a very powerful way to reduce gaps, both in cognitive as well as socio-emotional skills, that often put children in very low social and economic brackets at a disadvantage. Recent studies have also shown that the return on investment or in investment are always highest among poorer children, for whom ECD programs may serve as part of a stepping stone for them to actually move out of poverty, as well as inclusion. Meet Bradley. Bradley is one of our first students. He's currently studying at the University of Stellenbosch, and his is a bachelor's in education in linguistics. He is driven by a passion to actually change the community from which he actually comes from. Now, what we do for the older children is homework supervision. We support them in maths and literacy programs as well. What we also do is we have mobile libraries that are computer libraries that actually drive to the different farms, providing computer support or computer literacy. We also have a book antiquity library that includes both English, Afrikaans, Xhosa literacy or literature, encouraging a culture of reading within the children that we actually support. How do you teach a sick child? At Pebbles we don't. This is how we actually have found an answer to addressing health issues. We run a clinic on one of the farms that we actually support. This is based on the farm. We provide the transportation required to actually transport the kids, to give them access to both healthcare and, medical as well as dental care on the actual farms. Healthy child is a happy child. How do you teach a hungry child? You don't. What we have done is to actually roll out a nutrition program to both our ECD and after-school club programs. In our ECD, or rather our creches, the children arrive in the morning when their parents are actually showing up for work. Children have not had a chance to have breakfast by the time that they arrive for creche. So we then provide breakfast. We provide a nutritious snack in between. We provide lunch, and we provide an afternoon snack before they are ready to then go home. For the after-school children, when they come back from school, we actually ensure that they are fed before they can actually step in and actually work on their homework, before they can do any computer literacy programs, before they can get the maths and literacy programs. These are children that need to actually concentrate to attain the learning. We can only achieve this when the children are fed. The top two photos reflect an area I call home. This is where I grew up. The bottom photos reflect the area that I choose every day to make that difference. The area that I choose to provide choice. An area I choose to provide opportunity and opinion to the children that we actually support. The children that we work with exist in communities. They are not in isolation, and that's why the problems or social issues that they face can affect, or rather issue barriers to their learning. But through our community and protection programs, we support them through our social workers that actually assist them in addressing any of these issues for them. They work within their family structures as well to try and address and ensure that the family is held accountable, or the parents are held accountable as well for any choices that they make in their children's lives. To date, we have worked or impacted just under 1,000 children. We work or operate on 18 different wine farms. What we've also done is to extend our support to independently established township ECD centres. We work currently in the areas of Stellenbosch, Somerset West, Samunda and Paarl. We've extended into Citrusdal as well. where our work was initially more impacting or rather extended to wine farm owners, it's going up to fruit farms as well, because the problems do not just exist on wine farms. I was drawn into Cape Town, or I've decided to make the move into Cape Town because frankly, sipping, swilling, sniffing, sometimes spitting, mostly swallowing, seemed more like an interesting way of living. But through that, I was fortunate in meeting a boss who dreams for me before I dream for myself. And this is how I try to also impact the children that we work with in farms. To find an opportunity where their opinions do matter. To provide them with a think tank, an opportunity to see that because they come from this particular environment, it does not mean that that is the environment they need to end up in. I need to look back and just ask you the following. If I can find my notes. There's a very real possibility that you can do virtually anything. Not necessarily alone, and not without new information, but certainly you can do anything or achieve anything that is within your ultimate grasp. I ask you today, is there a limit to what we can achieve for education in South Africa? Is there anything, or is there a limit to what we can achieve when we apply our minds to it? My answer to that question is as follows. Is there a limit?